Prepare to encounter a musical that Newsweek says takes you to a place that you never want to leave. The Charleston Light Opera Guild is honored to present Come From Away.
On the northeast tip of North America, on an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport. It used to be one of the biggest airports in the world, and next to it is a town called Gander.
There's a two-person police department,
an elementary school,
an SPCA,
a local TV station,
and a hockey rink. It's a small place on a giant rock in the middle of the ocean. Everybody knows everybody else, and everybody in this room has a story how they started that day. Welcome to the rock if you come from away. Probably only understand half of what we say. They say no man's an island, but an island makes a man.
Especially when one comes from one like Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock.
That morning I'm in the classroom. It's our first day back and the school buses are on strike, so I'm covering for Annette, who's running late.
Sorry, Beulah. How's the kids?
Not exactly thrilled to be inside on such a gorgeous day, but I told them we'd only have a half a day this morning, and they were quite pleased, until I told them we'd have the other half in the afternoon.
Welcome to the wildest weather that you've ever heard of.
Everyone is nicer, but it's never nice above.
Welcome to the farthest place you'll get from Disneyland.
Fish and ships and shipwrecks.
This is Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock.
An islander,
I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander.
that morning, I'm in my car. The kids cross the airport boulevard to get to school, and that time of day, people are in a little bit of a rush to get to work and stuff. So normally I'd sit there and run my radar.
whoop whoop.
And if they're speeding, I'll stop them and write out a warning ticket. All right, STFD. Slow the fuck down.
Welcome to the land where the winter's trying to kill us, and we said,
We will not be killed.
Welcome to the land where the water's trying to drown us, and we said,
We will not be drowned.
welcome to the land where we lost our loved ones, and we said,
We will still go on.
welcome to the land where the wind's trying to blow.
And we said no.
That morning, I drop my kids off at school and head to the SPCA, where I'm greeted by my other kids, all barking and meowing for breakfast and a belly rub. Not that I'm complaining, I loves them. But by the time feeding is done, I've got to get back to pick up my human kids. So I take 1 second for myself, and I'm sitting in my car.
I'm in the staff room,
I'm in the library.
and I turn on the radio.
You are here at the start of a moment on the edge of the world where the river meets the sea. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between there and here.
I'm running my radar when Bonnie comes by. She pulls up and she is waving at me like that. So I roll down my window and she
Turn on the radio.
Where our story starts,
It's my first day at the station.
where we will in the night,
I'm getting coffee for the picket line.
where we know our hearts,
5 minutes to my smoke break.
every single flight.
I'm off to work at the airport.
Welcome to the fog, welcome to the trees, to the ocean and the sky, and whatever's in between. To the ones who left, you're never truly gone. A candle's in the window and the kettle's always on. When the sun is coming up and the world is coming short. If you're hoping for a harbor, then you'll find an open door. In the winter, from the water through whatever's in the way, to the ones who have come from the way. Welcome to the rock.
I starts my day at Tim Hortons. Don't drink coffee, don't drink tea, and I'm no use for donuts, but I'll grab a Pepsi and get a lay of the land. As the mayor, it's how I keep in touch with the people and such. Everything starts and ends at Tim Hortons. Morning, Garth.
Morning, Claude.
Morning, Crystal.
Morning, Mr. Mayor.
Dwight.
Morning, Claude.
Garth, Crystal.
Claude, Crystal, Dwight, Garth, morning.
Morning, boys. Pepsi?
That's right, Crystal. What's the news?
School bus strike still on?
We're working it out.
Well, we're coming to the table.
Well, we're coming to the table, too.
Are they tearing down the airport?
Not today.
I heard Don Burton and his wife won to Super 7.
You don't say.
Lucky shit.
4.6 million.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'm Janice Molsher with Rogers TV. I'm new to town and new to reporting. It's my first day.
Where's your long stool, Janice?
Porta boss. So, if you see me running red lights or anything, just forgive me because we don't have stoplights over there.
Well, welcome to Gander, Janice.
Janice?
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 Oh, and if you're looking for the news, you should talk to that man running in here. That's our constable, Oz Fudge. He's full of stories.
Mr. Mayor, I saw your car in the lot. Crystal, turn up the radio so we all can hear. Doug, you're probably going to want to get down to air traffic control right away.
There's only supposed to be 2 air traffic controllers on. Instead, there's 14. Everyone's heard and they all shows up without even being asked. We're told there'll be over 200 planes getting diverted from across the country. Lufthansa 414, this is Gander Center. Squawk code 7235. Due to a recent development, you are ordered to land at Gander YQX immediately. Copy that? This is an order.
Savita, no, sir, this is not a drill.
Yes, sir, I understand you have CIPs on board. I'll see your EMPs and raise you an international emergency. Land your plane now.
Copy that, Gander Tower.
This is Air France.
Aer Lingus.
Lufthansa.
British Airways.
Emirates.
This is American 409er. What am I supposed to tell my passengers?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. There's been an incident in the United States.
We're having trouble with the cabin lighting system. We're just going to touch down while we fix the system.
Stop in Gander, Newfoundland.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. Looks like we will be making an unexpected landing in Gander, Newfoundland. Now, anybody in the business knows that when you sit down in Gander, it's for an emergency. Now, we don't know what's going on, but the captain asks us to keep everyone from panicking. Tray tables up, please. We will be dimming the lights in the cabin. Pushing the light bulb button will turn your reading light on. However, pushing the flight attendant button will not turn your flight attendant on.
I look out the window to see if there's something mechanical, like we lost an engine or if something's on fire, but I don't see anything.
I told head office that I need to travel less. I told them it was doctor's orders, but they say, you're going to the conference. So you go.
My dad is always saying, Bob, you gotta calm down. But the flight attendant is shaking like a leaf, so I figured I got permission.
My son sends me on this vacation. He says, Mom, you've never gone anywhere. When I get back, I'm telling him. This is exactly why.
Suddenly there's a drop. A sudden change in direction, and I fly a lot, so I know that's not normal. Outside the window, all I can see are trees and rocks and nothing.
On final approach, we're coming into runway 22, and I think, where am I going to park this thing? There are planes lined up like sardines, and as far as I can see, there's cars lined up too. It's like everybody in Newfoundland is here.
One plane, then another, and then another, and then another, and then
Is this on? Sorry, I'm no another. And this is Rogers TV Channel 9. My name's Janice Molsher, and I'm reporting live from Gander Airport, where the 19th plane has just touched down. I'm here with
Bonnie Harris. On a normal day, we get about a half dozen flights, but we've already got 2 times that many landing in just 2 hours. That's a lot of noise. You can smell the fuel. You can smell the exhaust.
Jesus, that's a jumbo. There's gotta be 250 or 300 on her. That's a fairly large one right there. There's gotta be 300 on her. No, I'm adding this up. We got 38 planes. We got 300 people on the average. Holy shit.
Mr. Mayor.
Air traffic control says 5 of the planes on the ground aren't responding.
Greg says they're probably just on the wrong frequency.
Thank you, Dwight.
FAA won't give us a timeline for reopening the airspace.
And the airplane crews need to be rested or we'll never get them out of here.
American Transair flight number 25 is requesting that when they deplane,
If they deplane.
that they be a priority.
Why?
They were headed to Disney World with 90 Make-A-Wish kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Even with all the hotels in town, we got no room. We gotta start looking at other towns.
Appleton and Gambo have already offered, but we can't get them there.
Well, Garth's bus drivers are still on the picket line, and without them, no one's going anywhere.
Oh, for Jesus' sakes, I'll tell them where to go. Don't quote me on that.
I've got the SPCA lady on the line again, asking about animals.
Tell Bonnie we've got people to deal with.
CLOG, apparently those 5 planes that aren't responding, they're treating them as bomb threats.
All right! The RCMP is going to handle it. But we've got almost 7,000 people who might be spending the night. Jesus, that's near as many as we have living here in town. We've got to house them somewhere, and we've got to get them there.
Don't look at me.
And not to mention food, supplies, and anything else that snarls up.
Well, why are they sending them here? Why not Toronto or Ottawa?
That's a good question.
Because if anything goes wrong, we have a lot less people to lose. All right, Janice Moser, here's your news. Gander Town Council declares a state of emergency.
11:53 a.m. Tuesday, September 11, 2001. Any available community buildings will be converted into shelters. With thousands of passengers arriving at any minute, the town is asking for help with, well, anything you can do.
Crystal, I saw on the news that they're looking for blankets and bedding and maybe some food.
Do you know what they need and how much?
I need something to do because I can't watch the news anymore.
Is there something I need to do? Something to keep you thinking of all of those things on the tube? I need something to do because I can't watch the news. No,
I can't watch the news anymore. From the water through the wind. If the stranger ends up at your door,
You get on a horn. Hello, this is Beulah Davis down at the academy. I heard we may be getting some guests, and I thought I'd see if I could help who's ever in charge of getting the school organized. How many passengers can we take? Oh, well, we fit about 400 students. Yes, we could probably do 600. Or sure, 700 if we really pack them in. When are they coming? Could be any time now. Well, I'm glad I phoned.
I get a call from Beulah looking for anything 700 people from around the world might need. So I go down to Shoppers, and the manager says to just take what I want off the shelves. Toothbrushes, floss, mouthwash, deodorant. And I'm back at the school when Beulah says,
You know those planes probably got some babies on them?
so I'm back to Shoppers for diapers, and we're unpacking them when Annette says,
You know those babies are probably going to be hungry.
so I'm back to Shoppers for formula and baby food, and when I get back, Beulah says,
You know those planes are probably filled with women of childbearing age?
so
I'm back to Shoppers to pick up as many pads and tampons as they have.
Baptist Church needs a hand moving the pews. Dr. O'Brien down at the pharmacy's ready to fill any prescriptions. Oh, and the Lions Club is looking for some toilet paper if you have any extra. Toothpaste, underwear, after kids around last summer. And down at the station we're taking donations out by the door. There's more. What's really happening? Everyone's phoning. Setting up rooms in the school. We went all afternoon wondering what could be done.
What do we need?
I need a tray of sandwich. We need 50 more. Sandwich tray.
What do we need?
200 gym mats. Is that enough?
You tell me.
What do we need?
For the love of God, stop bringing toilet paper to the Lions Club.
How do you know what you need when you don't know how many you're needing to feed? When you don't know how many are staying, how long they're staying? We better separate the lives
In the winter from the water. In the winter from the water. In the winter from the water.
in the water.
If the stranger ends up sent by fate.
Are we going to be ready?
Well, we have to be, don't we?
When you include the original flight, we were on the plane for probably 12, 13 hours.
We were on there 14 hours.
20 hours. 28 hours. We were on the plane for over an entire day.
28 hours over an entire day. There was one aisle in the middle.
seats, but not off the plane. You never think about it, but airplane doors go 20 feet in the air.
And even if you survive the jump, they probably would have shot you.
Everyone knew every inch of that plane.
You could go up to first class, you could stretch in the aisles.
Our flight was full. There were children sleeping on the floor.
There were 3 seats on each side, only one aisle in the middle.
We had no way to get information.
This was before most people had mobile phones, and only a couple people got through.
Hello?
Bonjour?
Operator?
Tom, oh thank God, I finally got through. I borrowed a passenger's phone. How are you? Are the kids okay? No, I'm fine, Tom. I'm fine. Safe and sound on the ground here in Newfoundland. We don't know much except for the BBC. Listen, I can't talk long. Can you do something for me? I'm fine. Oui bien. Pick up. Tell the kids I'm alright. Take them into the kitchen and show them the map that we used to put pins in for each destination that we flew together. Tell them I'm fine. Put a pin here in Gander.
On our plane, someone has a mobile phone.
But then the battery died. There are phones in the backs of the seats.
But they don't work. Half the passengers on our plane don't speak English.
Even if we knew what was happening, we can't speak their language.
On our plane, we had some flight
But the
attendants.
captain says not to say too much, and that's when rumors start flying. There was an accident.
An accident?
The U.S. airspace is closed.
For the first time in history.
Why won't she tell us what's happened? A helicopter crashed.
A helicopter crashed into a building.
The White House.
The White House was bombed!
People on our plane, we didn't have a clue. We were all going insane because
There wasn't SWAT to do.
So the captain starts apologizing, says on behalf of the airline, I'm giving each and every one some
Complimentary booze. Open the airplane doors. Wave at all the cars. Hello to whoever you are. Wherever we are.
The ground crew supplied whatever we needed.
Nicotine patches.
Education.
Hampers.
Something to drink.
So the flight attendants brought out all the mini bottles of liquor and delivered them to everyone.
Soon everyone got friendlier.
I took a couple of pictures of the view there with my camera. We didn't know where we are.
But we knew that we were hammered. Open the airplane doors. Wave at all the locals. Surely there's something better to do than park. Wherever we are.
We've been sitting there 14 hours when we pull out the Grey Goose.
Kevin and I were kind of hiding it because, well...
Because we didn't want to share. Anyway, this woman, this hot mess behind us, kept completely freaking out.
I don't understand why they can't let us off. I mean, just to stretch our legs. I mean, really? Oh my God, I need to get off this plane.
My boyfriend, Kevin, we're both named Kevin. It was cute for a while. Anyway, Kevin was not dealing with it well.
I'm going to kill her.
Excuse me, I would like to get off the plane. I am claustrophobic.
Excuse me. Would you like some Xanax? Because you are freaking out, and it is freaking me out, and we are all freaking the fuck out!
Open the airplane doors. Let a little air in here, 'cause I can use a shower or a bar. Open the airplane doors. Look at all the planes up there. There must be a connection. It's bizarre. Wherever we are.
Hello? This is Bonnie Harris from the Gander SPCA. I went down with the rest of town to look at all those planes, and, well, I got to wondering if there weren't any animals on them. No? There are no animals on those planes. Not a what? What? Okay, then. Thank you for your time. Doug, are there any animals on those planes?
Probably.
Probably. Or are they probably feeding them then? I'm heading over.
Bonnie, there's armed guards, the army, police everywhere.
Well, then they'll have to shoot me.
Bonnie?
Claude.
Look at it from my perspective.
Well, you're looking at it from my perspective.
We've been coming to the table.
We've been coming to the table, too.
We've got the colleges, the churches. We've got hotel rooms for the crews, but we need your school buses. We've got no other way to get them there.
Well, why don't you take them in your car?
Oh, yeah. I can take 4 in my Corolla. That's a great start.
That's a great start.
Great. You think about it.
You think about it.
You think about it.
You think about it.
Jesus.
2:10 p.m. School bus drivers thinking about leaving the picket lines.
What's the point of an emergency when no one treats it like an effing emergency? And you can quote me on that.
The flight attendants keep telling us nothing's wrong. But I've got kids. I've got grandkids. I know when someone's hiding something. And when parents need their kids to stop asking questions, they start playing movies.
We ran through every movie we had. Legally Blonde, Dr. Dolittle 2, and Titanic.
Nothing to do, nothing to see. Thank God we stopped at the duty free. Wherever we are.
Do you mind if I sit here? I need to get some work done. There's some drunk people at the back of the plane singing at the top of their lungs.
No, of course. I'm Diane.
Nick, how are you doing?
I'm worried about someone. He was flying today. I just wish there was some way to tell him where I am.
Newfoundland? No, you know that. You just can't tell him. Right. I'm hoping you're one of those people who laughs when English people say awkward things.
I just wish we knew what was happening.
What's happening? What's happening?
Somewhere in between
Your life
and your work.
when the world may be falling apart.
And you think
I'm alone.
I'm alone and I'm so damn helpless.
There's nothing left to do but drink.
We open the airplane doors, splash all the coin. I've never done that before. 28 hours gone,
Over an entire day, running out of things to say and wondering if there's someone going to clue us in. Tell us all what's happening because the sun is setting and we're sitting in the dark wherever we are.
Late that night, I'm up in the cockpit with some of the other passengers when the pilot puts the radio on over the intercom. And the whole plane goes silent when the president gives a speech.
I ask the American people to join me in saying a prayer for all the folks who have been fighting hard to rescue our fellow citizens, and to say thanks for the victims and their families. The resolve of our nation is being tested, but make no mistake, we will show the world that we will pass this test. God bless.
You got through to the airline. Tom, I'm okay. Tell me what's happening out there. How bad is it? Tell me everything. Tom, who was in the air? No, I wouldn't have known them. No one on that airline. Charles, are you sure? No. I'm fine, Tom. I'm fine.
We can see them from the plane, this long line of headlights coming through the darkness.
Claude, can I have a word with you?
Garth, I don't have time to go in circles with you anymore. The Army is delivering 1,000 less...
Look, the union just voted. You've got your buses. Our complaint's with our employer, not with the people on those planes.
Thank you.
But we're back on the line the minute this is over.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may take only your carry-on items. Checked luggage will remain in the hold.
Into the airport.
The captain and flight attendants tell everyone to take their blankets and pillow off the planes.
Out of the wind.
We grab bottles of water too.
No one has any idea where they're taking us.
Darkness and trees.
As we enter the airport, all those car lights are still aimed at us.
we're scared. They're probably scared too.
The people here don't know what to expect off these planes.
The airport looks like something left over from the Cold War, Kevin's life.
Oh my God, we've gone back in time.
The whole procedure, the soldiers and all the formality, it just makes me really nervous.
Citizens
Citizenship.
American.
British.
Purpose of your trip?
Vacation.
Conference.
Destination.
Houston.
Texas.
Thank you. Citizenship.
American.
Egyptian.
Purpose of your trip?
Family.
Business. Just business.
Destination?
LA.
Dallas. Then Washington, D.C.
Thank you.
Can you come with me, sir?
There's a giant map on the wall of the airport, and someone has written in red marker, "You are here."
Excuse me, I need to find a phone.
I need to call my son. Phone's over there, but it's gonna be a while.
You're all lined up at the airport payphones, so eventually we put an out of order sign on them, just so we can get people on the buses.
11:48 p.m. Buses and drivers are now taking passengers to shelters not just in Gander, but also Gambo, Appleton, and further communities of Lewisport, Norris Arm, and Glenwood.
Our bus sits there forever.
While all the others leave. Finally, this other passenger gets on.
This guy from the Middle East.
Someone says he got questioned.
Someone says he got searched.
And now, he's on our bus. I tried to interview the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, but they have more important things to do than talk to me. That's when I see them. The plane people through the bus windows. The terror on their faces. They have no idea where they're going.
They take me and my crew in a separate van, and I'm looking out the window trying to see where we are, but it is pitch dark. Now, I have flown over this area hundreds and hundreds of times, and it's just darkness, hardly any light anywhere. And now, here I am. Oh my God, this is just so remote.
To the darkness.
Stars and the moonlight. Nothing but darkness. Into the darkness, darkness and
Every school bus we got is going back and forth all night. Out of the Salvation Army camp, we've delivered passengers from Germany, England, and France. And around 3 in the morning, my bus is designated to take all these African people out there.
Into the darkness.
My family and I try to see out the bus windows. No one tells us where we are going.
To a gravel road.
Silence comes on the bus. We get outside of Gander and you can hear a pin drop.
My wife and daughter are scared. They ask me what is happening and I do not know.
Darkness and trees.
Behind me, this big man comes up to me and he says in this low voice,
Wait, what you what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we need some help translating. If anyone speaks Mandarin, can you come to the library? And if anyone speaks Hindi, could you please come to the cafeteria? And if anyone speaks Newfoundlander, well, Lord tender Jesus, God bless you, bye.
We got passengers from all over the world coming off these buses, all speaking different languages. We can't even say hello.
And if you know, we think it's
Moldovan.
Moldovan. That would also be helpful.
Other passengers help us translate. Mrs. Noonan, our French teacher, turns out to know a little Russian. And Mr. Michaels, our gym teacher, apparently he speaks Spanish.
Sí, hablo. Español es la lengua del amor. No solo soy un profesor de gimnasia, soy profesor de pasión.
I'm sorry, what was I saying?
I said you've got 5 minutes, Bonnie.
There's hundreds of suitcases. I can hear barking, but I can't find any of them. They fasten before flying, so they're starving and they need water.
Sir! Sir! Oh, Doug, you gotta get out of there. We're keeping all personnel out of the hold.
Sorry, Dwight. It's the wife. You know, Bonnie from the SPCA. She's feeding some animals inside. Nothing's coming off.
Found a cat. And his name is Lyle. And there's a pill taped to his carrier. Well, I'm glad I got him here to give it to him.
Bonnie,
It's okay, Lyle.
Bonnie, I need you to get out of the
Bonnie,
hole.
you've got to move your arms.
Doug, I have found one cat. Do you think it is Lyle who is barking?
No.
Here's some crunchy, Lyle. I'll be back to give you your pill.
Listen to me. FAA sent over new orders. We're treating all U.S. planes as bomb threats.
Oh, God! Bonnie!
Doug? Doug!
What? Bonnie? Bonnie, talk to me!
Doug, there are monkeys on this plane.
Climb aboard.
Hop right in. You look some tired.
Nothing to worry about now.
We'll get you where you're going.
Now, I'm guessing you've never heard of Gander before. Well, that's it in the rearview mirror.
You'll need to reset your watches. We've got our own time zone here. Everything happens a half an hour later in Newfoundland.
You've all seen the airport. Used to be the biggest airport in North America. Planes used to stop here to gas up from everywhere.
Frank Sinatra, Albert Einstein,
Muhammad Ali, the Queen. This is where the Beatles first set foot in North America.
And my father once went sledding with Fidel Castro.
Then they invented jet planes that could get across the ocean on one tank.
So there's no need to refuel anymore.
Leaving us with this giant airport.
But there's talks lately about tearing it down.
Lucky for you, we haven't gotten around to it yet.
Now there's the reason I drive slow.
That there in the middle of the road? Yeah, that's a moose.
She'll move when she's good and ready.
Do you mind if I sit here? The drunk people from our plane are snoring back there.
Hello, Nick. Please do. I thought we'd lost you.
No, I just needed to get an emergency prescription filled. Nothing serious. I just left my medication in my suitcase. Nothing serious. Nothing like, oh my God, he's off his medication. I'll stop talking now.
It's fine.
It's heart medication. I've got a slight arrhythmia. Nothing serious. There you go. Everything you need to know about me.
Well, I'm allergic to bananas, and I have never had the chicken pox.
Any news yet about your husband who is flying today?
Do you mind if we just don't talk about that? I haven't been able to get to a phone.
I'm sorry. I'll help you find a phone as soon as we get wherever we're going.
Finally, out of the darkness, my bus arrives at the Salvation Army camp.
We pass through a lodge gate and the bus pulls to a stop. And through the windows, out there in the darkness, we see all these people coming out of the buildings.
Now, we rarely use them, but everyone's dusted off their Salvation Army uniforms to welcome these people.
There are soldiers everywhere. The man at the front opens the door.
I say, here you are, out you go. But he's not moving. None of them are. But then I notice his wife. Well, she's clutching a Bible. Now, obviously, I can't read it, but their Bible, it'll have the same number system ours does. So I asked to see it, and I'm searching for something. And then, Philippians 4:6. I give them their Bible back, and I'm pointing and saying, look, Philippians 4:6. Be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. And that's how we started speaking the same language. Out of the darkness, suddenly brightness, everything changes. Darkness is free, out of the darkness, suddenly bright.
Hello, welcome to Gander Academy. Nicest hotel on the East Coast, except for those with actual beds. My name's Beulah. Washrooms are just down the hall. There's food over there if you're hungry, and clothes if you'd like to change. I'll show you now where you're going to sleep. Let us know if there's anything else you need.
So what really happened?
Well, what's the last thing you heard?
There was an accident in New York?
Okay. I'll show you now to your rooms. If you want to come back, we got 2 TVs set up in the cafeteria with the news on, so you can see what's actually happened for yourselves.
I didn't even think. They haven't seen any of it yet.
Lead us out of the darkness.
We're all staring at those images.
And we just stand helpless.
Lead us somewhere to safety.
We barely know where we are, but we know it's not there.
Lead us far from disaster.
Charles Burlingame. He was the captain of Flight 77 that crashed into the Pentagon. I just saw him in a pub in London. You can't imagine a pilot will fight to the ends of the earth to save his airplane. Just will.
Lead us out of the night.
We watched those images for hours. Until someone finally turns it off.
1:15 a.m.
Wednesday.
September 12th. Crisis counselors are called to Gander Academy.
The plain people, they're exhausted, but they don't want to sleep. And we're standing there ready with all that food. But that's not what they wanted. They wanted phones.
1:45 a.m. 6 phones are put on tables for the plain people to use free of charge, lined up alongside the road by the Newtel building.
An hour later, they set up 20 more phones.
An hour after that, there's 25 phones and computers with internet, all being used around the clock.
Hello? Yes, it's me. Dad, I'm okay. It's okay.
I'm calling from Canada.
Safe and sound on the ground here in Iceland.
No, Newfoundland.
Yeah,
We just saw the news.
Have you heard yet from Kev?
Or Selena.
call Micah and Warren.
My parents.
My aunt, it's Diane. No, I'm sorry. Where's David? Oh, thank God.
Hello? It's Nick Moss. My plane's been diverted. Can you pass on to someone at head office that I'm fine? No. No. I just thought that someone should know.
3:45 a.m. Overnight, the community's population has gone from approximately 9,000 to 16,000. I'm sure barely any of us have slept tonight. We're hopeful that our visitors will be back in the air come morning.
I woke up from this dream, which I can't quite remember, but there was this music in it that I'd heard somewhere before.
I woke up from a dream that we were stuck in some backwater Canadian town and my air mattress deflated.
I woke up to the smell of freshly baked bread.
4 a.m. in Newfoundland is breakfast time in Germany, and we got a lot of passengers here from Frankfurt. So breakfast starts at 4 a.m. and we start scrambling eggs.
Poached eggs, scrambled eggs, omelets.
Fried bologna?
Something called toutons.
I saw a casserole dish I don't think I could lift.
They made enough food to feed 7,000 people. It's like they never slept.
There's this one man from the Middle East. Well, we don't really know. Hasn't said a word to a soul, and some of the other passengers seem a bit wary of him, so it's a little odd to find him poking around the kitchen.
Hello.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I would like to be of assistance with the food.
No, that's not necessary.
Oh, but
Really, you go out there and sit down.
We've been going all night, but we can't stop. So I splash some cold water on my face and just keep going. We've got 7,000 scared and angry people who don't want to be here, and they're about to wake up.
In a crowded room filled with strangers sleeping.
An airplane blanket and pillow on the floor.
The sun comes streaming through the window, and I can't sleep anymore.
staring at these strangers waking up around me.
Sitting in a crowd of people waiting for the phone.
And in a town that suddenly doubled population,
I feel so alone.
it's like any of us could have died on Tuesday.
And like we're dared to see things differently today.
I'm feeling different, distant.
Who are these people here?
Where am I? No one knows me here.
Who am I if I don't feel like the me from yesterday?
I wake up in a crowded room full of people sleeping on the floor, and I see Diane and I ask, are we leaving?
Any time now.
Is your hair different? I mean, you look nice. I like it.
Oh, thank you. No shampoo for 3 days.
They start handing out clothes to anyone who needs them.
I haven't changed my clothes in 39 hours.
I wanted to burn my socks.
Kevin puts on this plaid thing. He says he's incognito and he's gonna blend in with the locals, but he just looks like a gay lumberjack.
Changing into another woman's donated set of clothes.
Looking different, feeling kinda different too.
I just can't explain.
But when I woke,
when David wasn't on that plane,
it's like I changed into somebody else, but who? And it's somehow like we're at a costume party. And for a second, you are not yourself.
You are not yourself.
And you look around and blink your eyes.
And barely even recognize
the person in the mirror who's turned into someone else.
Hey, little sister. Yeah, still here where they eat rainbows for breakfast. Are you taking care of Mom? No, I'm just freaking out. I wish I was home. No, not LA, Brooklyn. Shut up, you're such a brat. No, I just needed to hear your voice.
Excuse me, are you Hannah? Yes, that's me. My name's Beulah. Someone told me your son's a firefighter and -2 here in town. And I know Gander's not New York, but is there anything I can do?
No, I just need to hear from my son.
I understand.
Praying for a phone call.
Praying for a way home.
Asking questions.
Asking, can I get back on that godforsaken plane?
And all around me people chat.
And people act like nothing's happened.
And I need to hear we're going back before I go insane.
Good morning. I'm Captain Beverly Bass. I know this is going to be hard to hear, but the American airspace remains closed. I can't tell you how long we'll be on the ground, but we will be here for some time. Here for some time.
Here for too long.
Here for how long?
When we know how much longer. Beulah, wait. Can you help me find a Catholic church?
I can't sit here. I need to get some air.
Let's go see where we are. It'll do you good.
What'll do me good is to lie down and pretend this isn't happening.
Soothe yourself.
And it's somehow like we're stuck here at a messed up costume party.
And there's nothing here familiar.
Far away from those who care for on an isolated island in between.
There and here.
By the middle of the day on Wednesday, I've coordinated menus for 7,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rotary Club is looking for some fish dishes, and we have a bunch of German passengers down at the Moose Club who'd like to try out. No, sorry, that's the Elks Club that's looking for moose. Sorry, I'm new.
Well, if you won't try cat's tongue, we got cheeseburgers. Or we got hot dogs too. Or there's a tuna casserole over there. Or I could make you up a bologna sandwich.
Are there vegetables in Canada?
We're vegetarians.
I converted him.
Anyway, I noticed this other passenger who hasn't eaten anything at all.
Kevin is suddenly in everyone else's business.
So I notify our hosts.
No, thank you, please. I'm fine.
Turns out he's an Orthodox Jewish rabbi, and he only eats kosher food. Now we have all kinds of people living here in Newfoundland. Protestants, Baptists, Catholics, Salvation Army, this, but not a lot of Jewish people.
The next thing I know, I'm set up in the faculty lounge making a kosher kitchen for any other Jewish passengers, but also 2 Hindu women, some Muslims,
and a couple vegetarians.
One of the pilots for Virgin Atlantic, Captain Bristol, he's a very strong leader. He's good to his passengers, and he's handsome too. Anyway, he takes me aside and he says,
I've been watching you. You're doing beautiful work. I'd like you to be my personal liaison and work closely with me, helping to handle anything I might need.
Annette, what are you on about? He did not say that.
well, he said something like that.
Miss Beulah. Hello.
Ah, hello, Ali.
May I ask, this food, what is it?
That's called cod au gratin.
Cod o.
Fish with cheese. It's fish with cheese.
Are you sure I cannot help you with the food?
People start taking passengers back to their houses to get cleaned up, and then inviting them to dinner, and then putting them up in their guest rooms.
Look, Mrs., I am just 20 weeks along, and my Terry has already set up the nursery. You and your little one will be much more comfortable there.
Thank you for shopping at Walmart. Would you like to come back to my house for a shower?
The people are saying, we want you to come to our house, and I think, what is up with this? I mean, are they charging for these free showers, or are they gonna go on Norman Bates? Anyway, I wasn't falling for it. But finally, I'm invited back to the mayor of Appleton's house. That sounds fancy, but it's not. There's a mayor for every town of 1,000 people in Newfoundland. There's the mayor of Gander. There's the mayor of Lewisport. There's the mayor of Gombo. Anyway, I'm staying with the mayor of Appleton.
Come on in, son. The Irish whiskey is in the bar downstairs.
His wife shows me where my bedroom is and where the shower is, and through it all I keep thinking, where am I gonna leave my wallet? Someone is gonna steal my wallet.
Somebody says there's a way out of here. They say there might be a boat.
Kevin, we're on the other side of the continent. We're not taking a boat.
So I stop an officer and ask him, how do I get back home?
Yeah, how do we get out of here?
Well, you take a taxi to the Goose. There's a bus there to Port of Os. Leaves once a day. That's about 6 hours. Then you take a ferry across the Gulf, right? Once you're there, you take another bus. I'm not sure how often they leave, but it's another 8 hours to Yarmouth. Then you catch another ferry to the U.S. border. That's about 6 hours or so. And from Bar Harbor, you should be able to grab a Greyhound to pretty much anywhere you need to go. It's about 2 or 3 days travel, but it's sure a nice view.
I don't leave the hotel. I wait by the phone. Wait for someone to tell me we can fly again. Planes aren't made to sit on the tarmac. Planes are made to be in constant motion. They arrive, you switch crew, you switch passengers, you empty the honey bucket, and the plane keeps going. When they sit still for too long, well, it's not good for them. They start to break down.
Our pilot says we're not leaving anytime soon. And Nick says...
I might get a picture or two before we get.
I finally convinced Kevin to go for a walk.
There's 4 of us to begin with. This Texan woman and this English guy with a disposable camera and a huge stick up his ass.
They're nice enough. Kevin and I are a little wary of telling people we're together.
I mean, you just don't know how redneck people can be.
This nice gay couple come along with us.
We kind of make small talk. They ask me what I do.
He works for this oil company in England, and she was there visiting with her son.
Wait, you've got a son?
Yes, David, the one that was flying on Tuesday.
She goes on and on about England and how she didn't get to travel when she was married.
Wait, you're divorced?
Yes, for a long time now.
What about you?
No, not divorced. I mean, not that I'm married. I'm neither. I travel a lot for work.
Kevin and I work for an environmental energy company. It's my company, and Kevin's my secretary.
I miss sexy Terry.
Anyway, we do a lot of green work, so we generally hate people who work in oil.
I just got the feeling that they hated me.
Then, they wanted to go into some old building that looked like a shed. Now, they'd heard it was a bar, but I was now going into a bar in the middle of the afternoon with 3 men I had just met.
And I think I'll stay with Diane, you know, instead of the gay men who hate me.
Doug's helping me feed the animals. And after security checks each plane, slow as cold molasses, we finally find 8 dogs, 9 cats, one of whom's epileptic. Not to mention 2 rare bonobo chimpanzees. And the female bonobo's pregnant. We've got to get them off these planes. Hello, is the mayor there? It's Bonnie Harris again. Yes, I'll hold.
Airport authority was pretty clear about no rare chimpanzees on Canadian soil.
Doug, take that.
What is that?
It's rare chimpanzee shit. What do you think it is? Yes to mayor? Yes, I'll hold.
I've got to get back to air traffic control.
Doug, look up. Do you see anything flying?
I can't see across the freaking Atlantic.
Just go get me more litter from the truck.
Get your own litter.
Fine then, goodbye. No, not you. Hello? Hello?
CLOG!
Mr. Mayor, Health Canada says all this food needs refrigeration, but we got nowhere to store it. Our shelters are not equipped for this.
We got 3 more truckloads of food coming tonight.
Stop them, we got nowhere to put it.
Well, then what do we feed people?
We also need that girl at Rogers to announce that Rotary, Hockey, Boys and Girls Club, everything's canceled till further notice.
Well, cancel the epic food too.
My decision. Did you just say that hockey is canceled?
3:47 p.m. The town's asking all bulk food deliveries be taken to the Gander Community Center hockey rink. Since hockey's canceled, the mayor is now calling it
The world's largest walk-in refrigerator.
It's hot outside, so we stay in the bar and make small talk with Matty, the owner, and his wife Brenda.
We're not sure how much to say. You just don't know where the red states are in a foreign country, right?
We've been drinking all afternoon, and I accidentally say something like, Kevin and I have been together for almost 5 years.
In business. We've been together in business. I'm his secretary.
The secretary.
And it feels like the entire bar goes silent.
I'm like, oh God.
And then Matty says,
You're gay?
And I'm about to pass out.
But then Matty says,
Well, praise be to God. My daughter's gay.
and then Brenda says,
Sure, my sister's gay, and the woman across the road just ran off with her best friend.
and then Brenda's brother says,
Our uncle is 68 years old, and he just told us that he's a bisexual.
we somehow ended up in the gayest town in Newfoundland. And Kevin and I are looking at each other, and I think I even say, there must be something in the water. And then Brenda's brother says,
That's why I only drink the beer.
Watching the news all day, some of us are starting to lose it. So these people, they decide to have a big cookout for the whole community, just to keep our minds off everything. And Durham, the mayor of Appleton, says to me,
Right, my son, do me a favor and start to round up some grills.
round up some grills.
Yeah, just go in people's yards and take their grills.
Take their grills? Someone's gonna shoot me.
No. Just go in people's yards and grab their grills.
So I go from yard to yard, and I keep thinking someone is going to shoot me in the back.
Hello there. Are you taking my barbecue?
This is your barbecue?
Yeah, buddy.
Listen, I am
The
so
wife's
sorry.
got the kettle on if you want a cuppa.
I get offered a cup of tea in every single backyard. And most of them offer to help me steal their own barbecues. We take them all over to the community center, no names on them. I don't know how they're ever gonna get them back. But that's how we have a big cookout completely free. After that, I stop worrying so much about my wallet.
8:45 a.m. Thursday, September 13th. We've got a situation down at Gander Academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an indelicate request. We need volunteers to help clean the bathrooms. As you can imagine, with 700 adults in a primary school, Health Canada needs us to clean them every hour and a half, and we just don't have the people. So, we're asking for your help.
But no one volunteers.
No one comes, and we're run off our feet with everything else. And then,
Sweet Jesus in the garden. This line of men comes walking down the hall. The top 6 cardiologists from all over the world on their way to a conference. Highly qualified cardiologists. And they know about the importance of cleanliness.
If we don't get these bathrooms clean, we're gonna have bigger problems.
anyway, I I get lunch set up, labeling anything that'll go bad with the date and time. I let the pants out for a pilot who's been enjoying our cooking. I make a balloon animal for a crying toddler. And then I go and check on Hannah, talking to anyone she can reach. I am here on an island. Hello, hello, it's me again. Yeah, my son, he's with Rescue 2. Any news? I am his mother. I'm far away, stuck here. I'm trying to find out if I'll hold again. I should be down there and checking the hospitals, putting up signs, doing something instead. I am here in Canada. I am telling you, listen, my son, he takes risks. He's not missing. He's helping or hurt. He'll get out of this. Yes, I'll keep trying. And yes, here's the number. And yes, at the grade school in Gander, I'll be right here. I should be there when it's over and done. When he walks through the door and says, I'm home, Mom. I should be there for my son, but instead I am here. I am here. She leaves message after message for her son until there's no more room on his answering machine. All I know is you are there. You are there. And I am here. She finally got some news. They said it was Kev's day off. And someone else said there were more men down there than were scheduled. I should be looking for him. He is always there for me, trying to make me laugh. Tells me stupid jokes. Oh, he loves jokes. Tells them to the kids at the firehouse while he's fixing their bikes. I should be there. I know there's nothing I can do to help, but I do know a few jokes. There was a sailor who was stationed in the South Pacific, far away from his wife, who he just married, and when he was away, he wrote her a letter. He said, we're going to be apart for a long time, and this island is full of young, attractive local girls. I need something to keep my mind off of them. So his wife sends him an accordion and says, why don't you learn to play this then? So finally, he comes home from his tour of duty and he says to his wife, I just can't wait to get you into bed. And she says, first, let's see how well you play that accordion. That was a really stupid joke. Tell me another one.
Everywhere you look, there are people from around the globe going back and forth for phones or showers, grabbing something from shoppers. I'm at a gas station getting coffee when suddenly everything goes silent and nobody moves. Even the people outside are standing still. And I look up at the TVs and I realize it's a national moment of silence in America. And all of these Newfoundlanders, these people from another country, they maintain that moment of silence. Now, I don't know if that would happen back home at a busy gas station on the main drag, but it happened here.
Beulah walks me to church, and when we get there, I light a candle for my son. And I do too.
I suddenly realized what that music was from my dream. It was an old hymn from when I was a kid. Now, I haven't been to church in years, but for some reason that song was in my head. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you.
Make me a channel of your peace.
Make me a channel of your peace.
There's despair in life,
Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope.
There is darkness
town. He's lived here nearly his entire life. He heard there was a rabbi diverted here, and he came to find me and tell me his story.
I was born in Poland, I think. My parents, they were Jews. They sent me here before the war started. I still remember some of the prayers they taught me. As a boy, I was told I should never tell anyone that I was Jewish, even my wife. But after what happened on Tuesday, all those stories gone just like that. I needed to tell someone.
During El Fagir, when most people are asleep, it is easier to pray. But at El Duhur, I can feel them watching. Sometimes I catch them when they say I'm not looking, and I can see the fear in their eyes.
Excuse me, Beulah wanted me to check on you. The library is open for anyone looking for some peace and a quiet place to pray.
Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Israel. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Israel. There's so much to be consoled as to console. Shalom.
Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy.
Health Canada finally lets the animals off and quarantines them in Hangar 1. It's a big room full of cats and dogs and chimpanzees. There's barking and meowing, and then the chimps start imitating the dogs, so they're barking too. And the phones are ringing off the hook for people who just want to see their pets.
But you're not allowed anywhere near to airplanes.
And I'm worried about Unga, the pregnant bonobo. All animals are affected badly by stress, not just humans.
Some people spend their days crammed inside, shoulder to shoulder, with nothing to do but watch the news and wait for something to happen.
Got two TVs going, and the more they watch, the more scared and angry they get.
Some of the plain people haven't slept in 3 days. None of us have either. And we're jumping in our own shadows.
Around supper time on Thursday, there's people waiting to use the phones, and there's a fight in the hallway.
Hey, what the hell are you saying?
I beg your pardon?
You celebrating this? You praying for your friends?
Mama, لازم أفهم دلوقتي.
Why doesn't he speak English?
Excuse me.
Telling your Muslim friends what about next?
This was not all Muslims, and I was
Go back where you came from.
I am Muslim, and I was born in Connecticut.
She's an American citizen.
She don't look American.
Just tell you and me.
I'm the racist. I'm on the outside. The Bible says an outdoor and out.
On the edge of the world or wherever we are on the edge. Is there something I need to do, something to keep me from picking up all of the seeds of the tonight? It's something to do, cause I can't watch the news or I can't watch the news anymore. On the edge.
The FAA keeps delaying the opening of the airspace. Meanwhile, here on the ground, we're dealing with a whole other mess of problems.
On the edge of the...
Some of the planes are parked on a runway, but the surface is all torn up. That debris gets into an engine, and they'll never leave.
On the edge of the world.
Bunch of big planes, a 777 is sinking into the asphalt. If we don't do something, she'll be stuck here forever.
On the edge of the world or wherever we are on the edge.
I interview a woman from Queens, a mother. Her son's a firefighter and they still can't account for him. She starts crying and I start crying too, and I can't stop shaking. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
I've checked in with air traffic control, and it's more bad news. Not only is the American airspace still closed, but there's a storm headed for Newfoundland. Hurricane Erin is set to make landfall tomorrow or the day after. If we don't get these planes in the air soon, no one's going anywhere.
CLOG. God, people are starting to crack.
Let's get everyone down to the Legion.
Everyone's going down to the Legion for a drink.
Hi, have you seen my boyfriend? His name's Kevin. He's about that tall, and he's lost his mind.
I just want to go out.
Well, I don't.
Well, I'm not going without you.
Well, I'm not staying for a long time.
One drink?
One drink.
Hannah, everyone's going out tonight.
Oh, you go on without me, Beulah. I need to wait by the phone.
I'll wait with you.
I keep waiting to hear from the airline, so I'll just be by the phone, Tom, if the kids want to speak to me.
Bonnie, I know you're not even to animals, so I brought you some chili. But I really think that tonight you should come home and get some sleep.
Doug! Oh my, get in here. We're about to have the first rare bonobo chimpanzee born in Newfoundland.
Beulah, they need some food down at the Legion if you can spare any.
Miss Beulah, please, let me help with the food.
No, my love, you're a guest.
Please, I am a master chef for an international hotel chain. I oversee restaurants around the world. I would like to help with the food.
Get in there.
Everyone's going out to the bar, and Nick is going.
I'm going if Diana's going.
And I think nobody here knows me. I can be whoever I want to be.
I'm not worried about my wallet. I'm not worried about getting shot. I am a little worried about how much Irish whiskey I'm drinking.
By 8 o'clock, the bar is completely packed with people from around the world. Everybody's talking about where they're staying and what they've seen. And the bar staff keep making runs for more beer and liquor. After an hour, people are swimming in the river out back. And no one brought their swim trunks. A couple of the local boys get up with their accordions and fiddles, and someone brings out an ugly stick.
Farewell to all you pretty ladies waving from the dock. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. And if we do return to you, we'll make your cradles rock. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all round away.
And your boys are leaving us alone. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. And if you find another, we got lovers of our own.
Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away.
We get the karaoke going. We decided to have a bit of a ceremony.
Now let's make these people honorary Newfoundlanders. There's a solemn old tradition for admission or audition to transition from a come from away.
To be a Newfoundlander.
The only other way, by any rate, is pass away and pray to fate and wait to reincarnate.
As a Newfoundlander, hey, hey, come on, son. Nothing venture, nothing try.
Only a couple people cry.
You'll be a Newfoundlander, hey, hey, so now you're here. You'll feel better in a year.
Try to endure your doubts and fears.
You'll be a Newfoundlander.
Now we need a couple volunteers. Who wants to be a Newfoundlander?
Right here.
Good man. Who else?
I have no idea why I put up my hand. Kevin's like,
Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, you are serious.
yes, I'm serious. Don't do it if you don't want to.
I won't.
Where you from, buddy?
Los Angeles.
L.A. Who else?
Actually,
We want to
All
be
right.
Newfoundlanders.
Where you folks from?
Texas?
Texas. What part of Texas you from, buddy?
I'm from Texas. He's from England.
Wait, well, how does that work?
how does what work?
How does your marriage work with you being in England and her in Texas?
Oh, we're not married.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you were married. Well, would you like to be?
Well, why not?
Diana had 2 beers by then, so it was probably the alcohol talking.
I've never had more than one beer at a time before, so it was probably the alcohol talking.
I went and got us 2 more beers.
Now, the first part is the easiest. We'll soon get to the queasiest. I'll need you to repeat this, Mass.
When you become a
Now,
Newfoundlander.
we speaks a different language, son. We add some S's and some rum. You'll have to try it. Good cards,
When
son.
you become a Newfoundlander. Hey, hey, just do your best. Nothing scary, nothing yet.
Have to change the way you dress.
And you'll be a Newfoundlander. Hey, hey, sing along. Nothing that should just prolong.
There's 30 verses in this song.
And you'll be a Newfoundlander.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Greece. Back in World War II, an officer was stationed here and was offered some of this stuff. All the local vocals were tossing it back with Nar Quiver. So he does too, and he lets out an ear piercing. Everybody came to see what's happened says,
What was that ungodly scream?
and now it's your turn. Are you ready?
No.
All right, everybody. One, two, three. Down the hatch.
Screech is basically bad Jamaican rum.
Screech is delicious.
And then they brought the cod.
The cod. The cod.
The cod.
Now with every transformation comes a tiny bit of risk. You'll have to jump the plank where there'll be blood and there'll be bliss. It's the same to be a Newfoundlander, every person's wish. So don't be dumb, take the plunge. Go on, kiss the fish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a genuine, freshly caught Newfoundland cod. And if you want to be an honorary Newfoundlander, you'll have to give her a smooch. One,
You pissed that on me. Kiss you again. I'll risk it.
two,
Don't kiss the fish.
Oh, come on, I will if you want.
Hey, wait. Come on.
three.
How can you do it?
What?
Well, you have to kiss the cod. It's a live part of the ceremony.
I can't do it.
All right, listen here. I'll make you a deal. Either you kiss this fish, or else you kiss this Englishman you're not married to.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Take a risk and take a ride. Jump right in with both feet tied and you'll be a Newfoundlander. Hey, one once more. Nothing venture, nothing sore. Afterwards over out the door and you'll be a Newfoundlander.
You'll remember that
You're a Newfoundlander.
Good job, L.A.
Come on now. Kevin! Where'd you go? Kevin!
My parents must have thought they had a crazy kid. 'Cause I was one of those kids who always knew what I wanted. They took me down to the airport to see all the planes departing, watching them fly. Something inside of me was starting. I was 8 when I told them that I'd be a pilot. But I was too young and too short, and there were no female captains. And my dad said, be patient, he said, just see what happens. And I took my first lesson, came down from the sky, and told my father I'd fly for the rest of my life. And I got my first job, flying for a mortician in a tiny Bonanza. Just a corpse and me, $5 an hour. For flying dead bodies, I had to climb over their faces just to get to my seat. And suddenly the wheels kicked off, the ground is falling backwards. I am suddenly a nothing in between me and the... Hello? I am on my way.
1:34 a.m.
Friday.
September 14th. Shelters will be alerted as each plane is cleared to go.
Our pilot says to pack up. It's sudden notice in the middle of the night and we leave in an hour. But these people here, they make these bag lunches and form a gauntlet hand in the mouth. And we all walk through it and get our lunches and say goodbye to all of them. We try to give them money, but they won't take it.
No, my son. You would have done the same.
I drank all your whiskey.
I would have done the same.
Good morning.
Oh,
You were snoring.
oh, my head hurts.
You had a couple.
Did I kiss the fish?
Don't you? Yes, you did.
Oh, good. Wait.
We're running out of time. Our plane could be the next one to go.
Our plane could be the next one to go. Are you still upset that I kissed the fish?
No. I'm upset that I left the bar and you didn't even notice.
You left without telling me.
After everything that's happened. You're out there acting like it's okay and it's not okay.
I know, but I'm not just gonna shut myself inside. Let's just get back to LA.
While you're in Dallas, I'd love to have you over.
I tried to change my flight to New York. They wouldn't do it.
The conference was cancelled, so I head back to London immediately.
I don't understand. Why would you?
I just need to be back home.
Back home.
Back home.
Back home.
Well, all good things, right?
As the plane people leave, they keep stopping us, tanking us, trying to give us money, but we say...
Nobody. You would have done the same.
But one guy keeps insisting until Beulah finally tells him.
Look, you can slip it in the suggestion box down at Town Hall, but honestly, we're happy with a thank you on your way out.
Captain Bristol, that pilot for Virgin Atlantic, he comes to find me to help him round up his passengers.
Annette, my darling, before I leave, I have to thank you for everything we've shared. Though I travel home today, I leave my heart behind.
Annette, for the love...
Don't, blah, 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 blah. Goodbye.
We get down to the airport and it's chaos. Passengers dropped off from multiple flights. Every bag has to be emptied.
No scissors. No nail clippers. And if any bags are unidentified, they'll be blown up.
Then someone says there's an issue with security.
One of my flight attendants comes to find me and she says,
There's a Muslim man on our flight. I saw him praying, and he's been acting suspicious. He doesn't have a carry-on, and I'm not getting back on that plane with him.
I arrived at the airport and then pulled out of line.
I am responsible for the safety of my passengers and my crew. And security tells me any perceived threats must be taken extremely seriously. They bring me to a private room and he is brought in for questioning.
At first, I do not understand what the police are asking. And then I do. In my culture, there is a word, aura, the area between your stomach and your knees. It is forbidden in my religion for anyone to see this but my wife. To have a woman in the room watching this, watching me, you can't understand.
It is the most thorough body search I have ever witnessed. And when it's over, I find him and I tell him, I am so very sorry that happened.
Am I free to go now?
When are we leaving?
Yeah.
Good morning. We are one of the first flights to leave, which makes us one of the lucky ones, as some planes may be here for some time. Now, I have no control over this. You paid for a flight from Paris to Dallas, and if I get clearance, I will take you to Dallas. But if I am not cleared for Dallas, I have to take y'all back to France. But we will make arrangements as quickly as possible to get you back to the United States where you need to be.
I can't go back. I just adopted my daughter. If you take us back, I can't leave my daughter. You have to bring her back.
Hey, we can vote on this. We can make him go where we want to go.
Well, who's for Dallas?
Fuck that. Who's for Switzerland?
This is not a democracy. I am the captain, and this is coming from the FAA, and American Airlines. You are not voting on our destination. Now, if there is a situation that needs to be dealt with, we will be pulled out of line and will be the last flight to leave. Thank you for your cooperation.
After hours of waiting, they tell us we're not leaving yet after all.
4:18 p.m. There's a 747 with a flat tire blocking the runway. All planes have stopped. No one's taken off. Welcome back!
Come on in.
We're told by our pilots to stay close to our shelter so we're ready to go again.
But Diane wants to take one last look around, and I can't let her go by herself.
And we find a gorgeous lookout. The Dover Fault.
There's about 1 million stairs.
Oh, it's beautiful. Nick, you've got to see this.
Wow.
I can't believe we're here.
I know.
I can't believe we're leaving.
I don't want to go.
What did you say?
I don't know. I'm going to take a picture or two.
Oh, okay.
Stop the world. Take a picture. Try to capture. To ensure this moment lasts. We're still in it, but in a minute. That's the limit. And this present will be past. So here we are, where the world has come together. So here she'll be in this picture forever.
Look at this. 540 million years ago, the continents of the world crashed together right here. And 200 million years ago, they separated again, moving apart from each other.
Huh.
But a little part of them was left behind. I should move. You're missing all the scenery.
No, stay right where you are.
Really?
Really, it's perfect.
Stop the world, seize the moment. But the minute he goes, you're alone, and it's through. Pinch yourself, tell yourself you're just dreaming. That means he'll forget about you. But here we are, where the continents once crashed together. Before they went their separate ways forever. So stop the world.
Stop the world.
Stop the world.
Stop the world.
Stop the world from spinning round. I'm on the lookout. Something taking the time to stop flying by and look down. Stop being scared and look round. Just tell me now and look now.
Take a picture of the scenery, of a lookout, of a moment which is over, of the ocean, of a river, of the trees. Stop the world, please.
9:35 a.m.
Saturday.
September 15th. Finally, they get the planes going again. And I go down to tell the Make-A-Wish kids that they're being sent back home without getting to Disney World after all. But they're not sad about it. They're going on hay rides, canoe rides, and someone dresses up as the town mascot, Commander Gander. But it turns out if they would have made it to Orlando, they would have got 4 days of rain.
I'm just doing one last little scoop and then I'll put them back on the plane. Lyle, you're a beautiful cat. I taped your pill bottle to your carrier to make sure sure that someone will speak. You did good. You're gonna be fine. Ralph, you're a good Cocker Spaniel. I know the night security crew ran you a bit ragged, so I want you to sleep on that plane, okay? Oh. Okay. Anga. I have never met a rare bonobo chimpanzee before. We don't get many of them here in Newfoundland. And since your partner over there likes to throw his own feces, I'm going to say you are the nicest rare bonobo chimpanzee I have ever met. And I want you to know that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you lost your baby. I've got Tree, and some days they are more trouble than they're worth. Anyway, you're gonna be okay.
The winds start to pick up. 50-mile-an-hour winds. We have been here too long. We're still on the ground. There's a hurricane coming, and I'm thinking we have to leave. We have to leave now.
One crane and another, and then 9 cranes and another, and then 13 planes and 19 planes and 22, 24, 29, 32, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38 planes.
You look out your window, underneath all that rain is Maine. We just crossed the Canadian border. Welcome back to the USA.
Looking out the window at the one underneath.
No, he's here next to me in a second. Go.
Looking out the window.
Kevin, talk to me, please.
Out the window we see
A place we all know we love.
Is this on? Oh, it's on. Sorry, everyone. I, like most everyone, I am sorry saying goodbye. So I wanted to thank them for all that they did. So I'm doing just that. And I'm passing a hat for the people who gave up their time and they gave up their town. So let's give them a scholarship. Pass the hat down, cause
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of who knows where you'll find something in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of clear blue air. You found your heart, but left a part of you behind.
Nick and I sit together, and I just want to say something, but we're leaving and it's over.
And then she starts crying, and I don't know what to say, so I just put my arm around her, and I go to kiss her on the forehead to comfort her.
Well, there was some turbulence, and honestly, I just thought he missed, so
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look out your windows, you don't want to miss this. We just entered Texas.
Everyone's drinking and comparing stories.
Where'd you stay? What'd you do?
but mostly Nick and I spend the plane ride home canoodling in the bath.
At one point, a flight attendant comes around saying,
Hot towel. Hot towel. Cold towel.
Somewhere in between the pace of life and working where you're going, something makes you stop and notice, and you find me in the moment somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of who knows where you'll find something in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of clear blue
cheering we're down, thinking everyone, thank you for flying American. Up the flag in my crew, 'cause we're home again. Past the gate up the stairs as we're there, and here's a waiting in line. No, I'm fine, Tom. I'm fine. So you'll call?
As soon as I get back. And then she left. And then I was alone.
Back to the way things were.
Back to the simple and plain.
For 5 days the weather had been so nice.
But as they boarded, it started to rain.
At the end of the day, after everyone left,
We all tried to go back to normal, except
The town was more quiet and somehow far emptier.
We all look the same, but we're different than we were.
the gym was a sight as I stacked the last cot.
Thank yous written everywhere, things they forgot.
The Board of Health says, clean it up, every part.
So we start
7:42 a.m.
Sunday,
September 16th.
After 5 days, they just ran the Zamboni over the ice and played hockey. With the plane people gone, I tell my staff, go home, get some sleep. We were exhausted, just spent. Most of us have been up for 5 days straight working. But somehow, I can't sleep, so I sit down and turn on the television. And I just start crying. I had let myself cry the whole time.
Something's gone.
Out of the airplane window, I can see Manhattan and there's still smoke. And suddenly I'm afraid all over again. And there are others afraid too.
Something's over.
I know Newark Airport. You could pull a truck over on the side of the turnpike and shoot a grenade launcher at a plane coming in.
Something's done.
But nothing happens.
I drive Kevin back to his place. We don't say much.
Something's missing.
I go straight to his firehouse. Part of me wondered if they just weren't telling me, but they still don't know.
Something's changed.
My flat is the same as I left it, but emptier, quieter. I start to unpack, and I find the camera.
Something's rearranged.
On the way to my restaurant, I dropped my daughter at school, but she won't go in. She says she's scared. What do I tell her?
Something's strange.
Back at my dad's, I look out the window at this view I've looked at my whole life, and now I'm part of it. Something's missing.
Something's missing.
Kevin breaks up with me, and then he quits and he moves back to New York. I miss him. I miss his jokes.
Something's lost.
Nick and I call each other when we can, but it's awful. The only reason we met was because this terrible thing happened.
Something's gone.
I go down to ground zero and it's like the end of the world. It is literally still burning.
Something's lost.
My dad asked, were you okay out where you were stranded? How do I tell him I wasn't just okay? I was so much better.
Something's missing.
I phone American and I say, I am ready to go wherever you want to send me. And they said take a few days off. I phone every day and I'm back to the airport by Thursday. And it's empty. Silent. It is just a different place. And I stop what few passengers there are and I say, thank you for still flying.
Hello, you reached the Gander Academy. This is Beulah Davis. How can I help you? he's gone. It's over. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Hannah. I'm so sorry. You are here at the end of a moment, at the end of the world. You are here at the edge of the ocean where the story ends, where the river meets the sea. Something's gone.
At the office.
In my house.
One and five things we
Crossing of the station.
my car.
And wherever you are, something's gone. You are
When Gandertown Council declares the state of emergency over, it means everything goes back to normal.
Garth, why?
Look at it from my perspective.
Well, you're looking at it from my perspective.
We've been coming to the table.
We've been coming to the table too!
Jesus! Morning, Crystal.
Morning, Mr. Mayor. Pepsi?
That's right. Morning, Dwight.
Morning, Claude.
Garth, Crystal.
Claude, Crystal, Dwight, Gart, morning.
Morning, Vice.
Morning, Janice.
Janice.
Janice?
Janice.
Janice?
What's the news?
Strike still on?
Well, we're coming to the table.
Well, we're coming to the table, too.
Are they tearing down the airport?
Not today.
Mr. Mayor, I saw your car in the lot. You might want to get down to town hall. We just opened the suggestion box.
When the bank finally converted all the currency from around the world, people had donated over $60,000.
Every day for months, passengers sent back chocolates, flowers.
Donations of all kinds.
Postcards and letters came in from around the world.
Dear Miss Beulah, when my daughter asked about what happened to me over those 5 days, I tell her about your kindness. Thank you again. Sincerely, Ali. P.S. Please send me the recipe for the fish and the cheese.
Ralph, the Cocker Spaniel, went on to become a champion show dog.
And Dunga, the rare bonobo chimpanzee, arrived safely at the Columbus Zoo.
And sometime later, she had a baby, which they named Gander.
Oprah Winfrey phones me. Oprah Winfrey. She's doing a documentary. And since I was the only reporter in town, I'm the only one with any footage. Oprah Winfrey. It was a big break, but I didn't really like shoving microphones into people's faces when they were going through so much, so I stayed here in Gander, where I'm still here today on the 10th anniversary.
I'm reporting live from Newfoundland for BBC,
CBC,
CTV,
Al Jazeera. For Rogers TV, I'm Janice Molsher. On September 11th,
2011.
the town is again filled with come-from-aways. On the 10th anniversary from all around the world, we welcome back the Plain People.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to our friends who have come from away. Welcome to the locals who have always said they'd say if you're coming from Toledo or you're coming from Taipei, because we come from everywhere.
We all come from away. Welcome to the rock.
And Islander,
I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander. I'm an islander. I am an islander.
Welcome to our island with its inlets and its bays. You could keep on heading east, but there's an ocean in the way.
Where everything is meant to be, but nothing goes as planned.
And the drunkest fellas in the room are playing in the band.
Welcome to the rock.
With all the new security, kids aren't even allowed in the cockpit anymore. Of course, on my retirement flight, I brought my whole family up to the cockpit on our way back to Gander.
I came back with the scholarship money we raised, now worth over $1 million.
And I bring out the Irish whiskey, and we have ourselves a toast.
Nick and I just couldn't make the long-distance relationship work.
So I moved to Texas, and then I proposed.
And we honeymooned in Newfoundland.
My new secretary's name is Robin.
What's up?
Every year on September 11th, I close my office and give each employee $100 to go out and do random good deeds for strangers. It's my way of remembering what happened.
keep in touch. She even came to visit me in New York. And I still phone her when I hear a really stupid joke. Hey, Beulah, why aren't Newfoundlanders terrible at knock-knock jokes?
I don't know, Hannah.
Well, try it. I'll be a Newfoundlander.
Knock, knock.
Come on in. The door is open.
The donation we are most honored by just arrived today.
It's about 4 meters long and 12,000 kilograms.
Newfoundland is one of the only places outside of the United States where we share the steel from the World Trade Center.
On the northeast tip of North America, on an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport, and next to it is a town called Gander. Tonight, we honor what was lost, but we also commemorate what we found.